Hey everyone, Mrs. Hudson here. I'm coming to you with a new assignment that I want you to work on independently. So we've talked about digital art and how we're going to use your iPads or computers to create different artwork. And today I want you to try to use the Sketches app to create an artwork. It's going to be an abstract artwork. So what does that mean? That means that your artwork is not going to look like anything specific. It's not going to represent any specific objects. It's just going to be lines, shapes, and colors in an interesting way. So I'm going to show you how to use the tools in Sketches to create your artwork. Follow along. Here's the artwork I'm going to create using lines, shapes, and my primary colors. You want to include overlapping. You're going to first start a new project in Tayasui Sketches. First step, I want you to click on the tool with the little dots on it and find a shape you want to use. Remember, at the bottom right corner is where you change the colors of your shapes or your lines. You can increase the size of your shape. Once you are happy with your shape, you're going to click on the check mark below it, and you're going to open up the shapes again and choose your next shape. You may want to make sure that you change the color of your shape beforehand. So now I can see my triangle. When it was red, I couldn't see it. So now I'm going to place my shape where I want it. I can change my color if I don't like the first color I chose. Once I like it, I'm going to click the check mark again at the bottom of the screen. Now I'm going to add in my third shape, making sure to again use overlapping to create more depth in my picture. So I can move my shape around, change the size of it, place it where I want it, and then once I'm ready, I can again click the check mark at the bottom of the screen. The next step is to create a pattern in your background. I am going to use my pen and I'm going to use my ruler. When you click on the ruler, it will open up and allow you to move your ruler around your page. I'm starting off in the bottom corner. I went into Zen mode by pushing my tools to the left side so that they are not in my way of my picture. I'm going to choose the color that I want. I'm going to use black for my background lines. You can do this using the ruler, or you can just free draw your pattern or design in the background, but I want you to use a pen or a pencil tool to do this. Oh, or you can use the marker tool. So I'm going to continue to add my lines, creating a pattern that goes behind all of my shapes. So when I get to my shapes, I'm going to stop and I'm going to continue my line on the other side of my shapes. Try to keep your ruler in the same angle. If you are doing an angled line or straight up and down, you want to keep it at 90 degrees. And make sure that you create a pattern. When you get to the edges of the page, sometimes it pulls up other things on your screen. If it does that to you, just go back to your picture. It can be frustrating. I wasn't able to get the edge of my picture because of it. So now I'm going to switch to my fill tool. So again, you're going to the polka dot tool. You're going to change the color that you want for your fill area, and you're going to fill in your background with a different color. So every time I tap, my little birdie comes and dances for me. If your lines do not touch all the way to the edges of your page, it will fill a bigger area at one time. I wasn't able to get that tiny little triangle. It doesn't seem to want to let the color go in there. So I'm just going to leave that little tiny space white. So to see where your picture is saved, you can click on the 4 boxes at the top and it'll show you all of your pictures that you've created in Sketches. If you click back on your picture, when you go back in, you click on the 3 dots at the top, you can export your image into a different app on your iPad and save it anywhere that you'd like. Next, go to Schoology and you're going to click on your digital art project. You're going to then go to the discussion tab, which is on the right. You're going to click on discussion, then you will click on the plus button in the top right corner. This is going to bring up your comment box where you will now add a new comment. So you click attach, click from library, your recent pictures. It should be one of the last pictures on your camera roll. Click the green check mark. Then type in what was your favorite tool in the Sketches app. Once you post what your favorite tool was in the Sketches app, you're going to click on the green check mark and submit your work. Thanks so much for joining me. Have fun creating your digital artwork.